If you want to know what is in a banana or in a mango, you need to look in a food composition table, because it's not obvious how much vitamin C is there or how much vitamin A is here.
Why do we need to have food composition? Food composition is a tool that actually tells us what is contained in the foods that we eat. When we have the composition tables, we can be able to provide food-based dietary guidelines. Then we are able, using this information, to design better programs and better policies.
We, in the FAO Investment Center, we are supporting countries to develop investment programs. And for this, we need very good food composition data at country level, so that we can adjust the way we design these programs to the availability of food in the countries.
The most interesting and maybe the most powerful way to use these food composition tables is when choosing what kind of crop to grow and even what kind of variety to grow. That we can provide better food with the same inputs. That's an efficient use of resources.
Food composition is really the fundamental building block by which we understand how we can use biodiversity to nourish people as well as sustain the planet.
The FAO INFOODS database is a key element for strengthening the scientific evidence of the contribution of biodiversity into nutrition.
It is important for farmers to know what they are planting has a good composition of nutrition, so that they can also breed, they can choose for the nutritional aspects and not only for the yield aspects of what they're planting.
Il est intéressant pour nous de poser cette question. En quoi le quinoa qui va être produit en Asie, en Europe du Nord, en Afrique, aura la même valeur nutritionnelle qu'un quinoa andin qui a fait la reconnaissance du quinoa?
Food composition data are also quite important for individuals, for people like you and me, who want to lead healthier lifestyles and who want to ensure that whatever they're eating gives them the best nutritional value.
Los proyectos y programas de educación nutricional tienen como objetivo promover el consumo de alimentos locales nutritivos para mejorar la nutrición de las personas y de las comunidades. Los datos de composición de alimentos son necesarios para la educación nutricional, ya que promover el consumo de alimentos sin saber su composición y sin saber si son nutritivos no tiene sentido.
In Codex, we're using food composition in many different areas. On one hand, to define standards, for example, for butter, it's important that there's a certain amount of fat, and also in the case of gluten, as some people are allergic to gluten. So it's very important to know the composition in order to exclude certain nutrients or to make sure that certain nutrients are there in sufficient quantity.
Meat composition and also milk, to a certain extent, they vary across the livestock species, the breeds. There is an effect of genetics, but there is also effects of age or sex of the animal. There are effects of diets and husbandry conditions and management practices. All these can affect the composition of the final product.
If we want to assess the level of intake of nutrients, we need very good food composition data, and possibly at local level.
Food composition data are widely used within the statistic division. They are used to estimate the dietary energy supplied, and also they are used as input in the estimation of the food security and nutrition indicators from food consumption data collected in household surveys.
Souvent, on n'a pas des données dans les pays en développement sur des données de consommation individuelle, donc on utilise d'autres types d'enquêtes qui sont les enquêtes sur les achats des ménages et qui ont besoin d'être transformées en données telles que consommées par la population. C'est ce que nous faisons en utilisant la base de composition alimentaire faite par la FAO.
We therefore implore countries, governments, and indeed FAO and the supporters to invest in food composition. This is the only way we can be able to have full information, full data that allows us to plan better and to implement better and to have better impact at country level.
So food composition data are not only important, they are even fundamental. They are fundamental for everything that we do in nutrition and also in agriculture. Therefore, we created a course, the e-learning course on food composition data.
The lessons have been designed to be learner-centered, rich in interactive elements, with examples and case-based scenario.
I think with the e-learning course we managed quite well to capture all the essential information and to present it in a manageable size.
As a nutritionist, I've learned how to use food composition tables, but not in the detail that I've needed to be able to actually compile into the tables, and that's what this e-learning course has provided me with.
Eu realizei o e-learning da FAO em composição de alimentos e eu acredito que seja muito útil não só para melhorar a qualidade dos dados científicos, mas também o uso dessas informações em todo o mundo.
Because there are so few food composition courses around the world, we thought that many more people need to know, and we need to have it in the university.
As nutritionists and researchers, to be able to promote foods, appropriate foods in our countries, it is very important that we know the nutritional composition of these foods. We have developed this training program to help countries know how to generate food composition data, and most importantly, how to use it appropriately and interpret it well. It is important for universities to incorporate food composition in their training programs.